Right, you can probably see from the smoke behind me, I wasn't going to record today, this is actually on my phone, but we've just had a call out for an elderly gentleman around the village where I'm from. We've turned up and he said, my washing machine plug, it looked like the fuse had blown in the back of the plug, burnt a little patch on the socket itself, which is here. So that's alright, no problem at all. We know there was some water that got in it because this roof above me is not very watertight, and when the water drips down, it's gone straight into the socket. Okay, so we've gone and changed this over, which wasn't a problem. We put a new front on, we put the tester in, that was fine. 240 volts, we've got a good ZE. We then changed the plug top on top of the, changed the fuse in the washing machine, because as we took off this socket, go on mate, as we took off this socket, water absolutely poured out. So we know for a fact that as the water came down, it's just filled this up. So we've changed this over. So we put a new socket on, we put a new fuse in the washing machine, tested the socket, everything was working fine. Just let you know, the fuse board on it is really old rewirable one. There's only 3 circuits. There's 2 32 amps and 1 5 amp for the lighting.
Yep.
So what we did, changed the front over, put a new fuse in it, tested the socket working fine, plugged the washing machine back in. Off of that, it literally just set on fire, sparked everywhere. Adam had to run to the fuse board to isolate it, turned the whole board off while I'm sitting here looking at it, literally setting on fire, sparking, vibrating, everything. And he's obviously, as soon as he turned the main switch off straight away, everything died down, disappeared. But then this is the old socket that was on there. And then this is our brand new Crabtree socket. And it's melted it. That would have continued to set on fire and more fire and more fire and more fire until it set fire to everything in the garage and probably spread through into the house. For some unknown reason, the main fuse hasn't tripped. Sorry, the main fuse. For some reason, the fuse on this circuit has not blown. It's a rewirable fuse, so we're going to double check that to make sure it's the right one. But this is the main concern with people having older fuse boards, no RCD protection, no EICRs. The gentleman's not had a test on this property for, I don't know if ever, 35. To be honest. 35 years?
40.
Yeah. He's an elderly gentleman. He doesn't know at all what's going on. He just rang me to say his washing machine was broken. So I'll run you through to the board in a second, but we've cut the plug off so that physically can never be used again. That was the state of the plug. The first time wasn't even damaged. It just rubbed a bit of the black mark off on the corner and it was absolutely fine. The pins were intact, everything. So that's why we thought, oh, we'll just change the fuse over. Obviously a bit of water's got in the socket, that was it. Absolutely not. Right, so this is the board. 3 circuits, that's it. We've tested it again, fine. You know, there's no bonding, very minimal earth, as you can see there. Run to the board. Yeah, and that's the reason why the fuse board didn't trip, is because the fuse wire was correct, and I've just put some more in that I had spare in the van in that, but we spoke to the customer saying he needs a new fuse board. We're going to come back tomorrow, and what we're going to do is stick an IP socket over that one in the garage in case we get any more rain. But for the time being, we're going to leave it disconnected out of the fuse board, just in case this happens again. And we've cut the plug off the washing machine so the elderly gentleman cannot plug it back in. Spoke to the customer, and also his carer's just turned up. So we just had a chat with the carer. She's going to report it all to social services for his benefit, because I personally don't think he's going to have enough money to buy, especially put a new fuse board on. He's a very elderly gentleman. He's not very well. But thank God that we turned up and did what we did, but then plugged the washing machine in afterwards to double check that, because if we hadn't have done that and he'd have done that later on in the day, house would have set on fire. He'd have been dead, 100%. So always double check the appliances and the outlet you're doing. It was very worrying. And yeah, and like you say, there's no RCD protection. There's nothing. The board, that house. I don't think that house has been. I don't think that house has been touched. It smells fishy, doesn't it? You shouldn't really be touching this with your fingers, to be honest. Nothing's done to the house, the carer said, since the day it was built. So that's why. And then he just said we might get the roof fixed, and he just says it's an asbestos roof. So, hey-o. Anyway, it's a short video. Jesus Christ, everyone be careful. And that could have easily happened to anyone, and he could easily have died from it. So just be aware. Right, I'll turn this way. Right, so to carry on from the previous video, I've got my GoPro out now. We're doing the ICR basement. Hang on, let me get this out. Basement, hang on. It's not basement.
Cellar.
We're English, not
Same
American.
thing.
So, one back fuse board already. Everything's undersized. So, main earth's undersized. The bonding's 6mm, if that, which is going down here to across the gas. So, because a lot of this is so there's an extension that runs outside, so it's used external use, so it's got no RCD protection. So this is a fail as is. We're going to go around and have a test. Got masks on, and we just have a little guest in the background. So I'm just going to run upstairs, do the usual stuff. I'll get the iPad out, start filling this out, and but this is another thing, like earlier, this is the same board, or same year of board as the one earlier that we did, that's on fire. So stuff like this, it does need changing. I know we say when you test stuff, if there's nothing to regs to say it's failed, then you can pass it, but strongly recommend that people do have RCD protection, especially in a rented property. Right, so do the CICR. There's not a lot wrong with the property itself. We found there's a new colour in here, which Adam's just looking at what it's going to. There's no rubber, there's no VIR. Everything actually has an earth lighting and everything, which is nice to see. But it's stuff like this going up. Not a failure, I'm just going to stick a few clips in it, but definitely needs an upgrade. It's very loose on the wall. Hang on. It's very loose on the wall. Just the moisture's got to it, being quite damp down here. So all we're going to do is go around and break down what's what. So nothing's labelled. We've got 3 lighting circuits, 3 radial circuits, and then a ring by the looks of it. But with the 2 radials, one is a socket that's in the hallway that someone's put in new, one is a socket in the lounge, and one will be the boiler 99%. Ring main, a line circuit, there's no cooker circuit, there's loads and loads and loads of extension leads everywhere, and I'll attach a picture up here. So this is what the ovens run off, so that's going to go. But yeah, there's it's just one of these that it's not being kept up to date, and it's been rented out, and it shouldn't have been. In my eyes, should have been done prior, but hey, just be careful, guys, because this sort of stuff can kill other people. So I just wish I wasn't this tall. Look at this. Anyway, right, see you on the next one.